probably shouldn't do this, but I want to share with you a meaningful chapter from my new book, Predictable Profits. And the reason is because this book is about 2 decades worth of experience, specifically helping business owners just like you be able to take the things that you know, love, and do and turn it into recurring revenue. And I know that financial stress is the #1 concern for all business owners. And this book will help solve it because you'll then be able to generate predictable, stable income. And so in this chapter that I want to share with you, my publisher doesn't want me to do this, but I want to because you've been a big support, whether it's here on this channel, whether it's purchasing one of our programs or just being part of our community. I want to give you this as a way of saying thank you for all your support throughout the years. So we're gonna read a meaningful chapter from Predictable Profits, and I know you're gonna enjoy it. We'll see you soon. All right, my friend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dig into chapter 29 of Predictable Profits, and it's called 2 Kinds of Marketing Plans. Now, the reason I wanna cover this chapter is because this can actually be a little bit controversial in the sense that what I'm about to share in this chapter goes completely opposite to what you would typically think would work when it comes to growing a membership site. But that's also the magic and the secret behind it, as you are about to find out. So let's get into chapter 29, 2 Kinds of Marketing Plans. It's time to jump into something different and juicy in this chapter. We're going to talk about the difference between an open marketing plan, which means keeping the doors open day in and day out, and a closed marketing plan, where you only let people join your membership during certain times and close the doors otherwise. You might be thinking, well, of course, Stu. I want my membership open all the time. Isn't that the point? I get it. At first glance, why wouldn't you want to keep the doors open and let people join whenever they want? But hold your horses, because there are plenty of reasons to go with the closed marketing plan instead. But let's first focus on the open plan because it's the one that most often gets the spotlight. The open marketing plan shines when you have a membership in a market where your audience craves instant access. There are lots of markets where your customers need help immediately, like moms who are about to give birth. They're not keen on waiting around, or people in debt who need help now, or anyone trying to make a career change or solve an immediate health issue. All of these people are looking for help right here, right now. Back in the day when I was at the helm of Wishlist Member, we realized that in addition to getting tech support for creating their membership, folks also wanted to learn marketing and strategy. So we created a membership that was dedicated to helping other membership owners grow their membership. I know, this is a bit meta, but stick with me. Initially, we had an open marketing plan and it started strong, but we plateaued after a while and had trouble enrolling people. This is a common problem for memberships with the open marketing plan experience. Having your doors open 24/7 is all well and good, but your marketing can't just be a passive come join whenever. You need to stir up some urgency. Otherwise, people will save it for later. And you know what that means, right? Yep. It means they're likely never coming back. Now, I just want to pause here for one moment because this is a big issue. When you have an open marketing plan, if you don't have any urgency, people will get excited when they find it. But that whole concept of people saving it for later, it's a real thing because people very rarely ever come back and actually buy. And so this is one of the things that we're going to talk about further in this chapter about why a closed marketing plan naturally creates urgency. But I'm going to talk to you here in just a minute about how to create urgency with the open marketing plan. So let's get into it. So how do you create urgency when you're open all the time? My recommendation is to create 12 irresistible bonuses or promotions. Then each month you roll out one of these bonuses and make it available to new signups if they register before a certain deadline. For example, say your membership is $20 a month and each of these bonuses are worth $97. Bam! The moment someone sees that they're thinking, hey, I can snag this $97 value for just 20 bucks this month, and that's where the urgency kicks in. You're not only opening your doors, but you're offering a cherry on top that's too good to resist. The first goal is to give them a reason to join. That's one thing I want you to write down. I'm just gonna take a moment here and talk about that, because in any membership, you've got to give reason for people to join today. Now, that might be, in this case, I'm giving you the example of a bonus that they can get if they join before a certain time. It's not saying that the membership is necessarily closed, but what it is saying is that if they don't join before XYZ date, they won't get that bonus. That's what creates the sense of urgency to join. You with me? Okay, so the first goal is to give them a reason to join. Now, I can hear your skepticism. It's echoing in my ears. But Stu, won't they just join for the bonus and then bail? No way. Think of it this way. Sure, they come for the bonus initially, and that's okay. But you're going to rock their world with the value you provide. And so therefore, the first goal is to give them a reason to join. But they'll stay for all the other benefits, the community, the content, and the transformation that you're offering. The bonus is just the golden ticket that gets them through the door. Now, here's a hot tip. Treat your existing members like royalty too. Any new bonus you roll out, give it to them as well. It's a retention tactic that'll keep your following engaged and excited. Because it's not just about getting them in, it's about wowing them once they're here. Just make sure you communicate about it and build up excitement with your existing members. And don't worry, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every year. Those bonuses can make their comeback year after year. Now I'll just pause here for a second, because if you don't want to go and create 12 bonuses, you can do what some of our clients have done, which is they've created 3 and they've just repeated those 3 bonuses every quarter, or 4 and just repeat them 3 times a year. So you can use this concept in a variety of different ways. You don't have to stick with 12 specific bonuses, but my point is you've got something that is creating a sense of urgency for people to buy today. There's like a deadline tied to it. Does that make sense? Okay. So next up, let me ask you something. Do you want to make more money while working less? If so, welcome to the world of closed marketing plans, where we flip the script and do something that seems counterintuitive, but brings incredible results. This plan involves periodically closing the doors on your membership so that people can't register. Then a few times a year, you open the doors where they can join for a limited period of time. Usually, this is 5 to 7 days. When you do this, it creates a real sense of urgency for people to join during your registration periods. I know the closed marketing plan might sound like I've been sipping on some wild concoction. Why would you ever want to close the doors to your membership, right? Well, let me tell you the story of how this all clicked for me. Back in the day, when I was business partners with Michael Hyatt and we were launching his membership, Michael had readers who absolutely adored his New York Times best-selling book, Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World, and they were hungry for more. So we launched a membership and went all in with the open marketing plan, including promotions every single month, creating that buzz and urgency. And it was working great. We were welcoming around 100 to 125 new members each month. But like all good tales, there's a twist. Michael started feeling a bit claustrophobic with our marketing calendar. He wanted room to breathe and share other offers and really go deep with his audience. So we switched gears, closed the doors, and in our very first closed promotion, we added over 600 new members. It was a total game changer. With the open marketing plan, we'd welcome about 1,500 new members per year. But with the closed marketing plan, using just 4 promotions a year, we welcomed around 2,400 members for the year. That meant less effort and more results. It was a beautiful thing. But just when you thought the numbers couldn't get any better, brace yourself. We went all in with only 2 promotions a year. And guess what happened? Even more magic. We now welcomed around 1,500 to 2,000 members with each promotion. So again, with half the number of promotions, we were welcoming more total members each year, now up to 3,000 to 4,000 new members. The membership floodgates had burst open. You too can have a bigger impact while still having time to sip your morning coffee without the chaos of constant promotions. Sounds dreamy, doesn't it? It's the equivalent of discovering a cheat code for growing your membership. So I just want to take a moment here, because that period of time when we were testing this closed marketing plan, it was a game changer. As I said, we had an open marketing plan. We were running promotions every month, but it felt like a lot. It felt like we were on like this treadmill of constant promotions. And so when Michael came to me and wanted to kind of open up his marketing calendar a little bit, truthfully, I was scared. Like, I had no idea if closing the doors would work as well as it did, because my fear was like, oh my gosh, we've got to welcome as many members in just 4 promotions a year as we were in 12. But then that first time that we did it, we ended up welcoming over 600. I was like, oh my gosh. And then when we made the dramatic decision to go from 4 promotions now down to just 2 a year, I had the same fears. Like, oh my gosh, are we seriously going to be able to welcome as many members? But we ended up welcoming way more. At that point, that's when I knew this closed marketing plan is one of the fastest and most effective ways to grow a membership, especially in the early days. Not convinced about the closed marketing plan? You should know by now what's coming next. Let's talk success stories. Jennifer Allwood is a go-getter and an action taker who teaches Christian women how to build online businesses. When I met her, she had a membership that just wasn't growing as quickly as she wanted. It took her 3 years to get to roughly 700 members, which was pretty solid growth, but she knew she was capable of more. Now, I'll admit, she was very reluctant to close her doors, but to her credit, she was open to learning. So my advice was, hey, listen, Jennifer, worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out the way you want, you can always open it back up. So she went for it. And using the closed marketing plan, she welcomed over 1,100 new members in a single promo. Now, just time out for a second. It had taken her 3 years to welcome 700 members. With her first closed marketing plan, she welcomed over 1,100 new members. Isn't that crazy? Whew. Allie Kay was doing well by keeping her painting membership open. She had welcomed roughly 1,400 members over a 2-year period. Then she decided to try closing her membership to create space on her marketing calendar, and she utilized a coaching week promotion. With that one promotion, she welcomed more than 3,000 new members. And in the book, I'm sharing the actual screenshots that she shared in our community, giving our community the updates on her promotion. It was insane. She said here, gulp, we just passed 3,000 members. I cannot believe this is happening. My cart doesn't close until Tuesdays. And then the next post, she said, OMG, yesterday was the first day of my launch and I already crossed my goal for the entire launch. I now have more than 2,000 members. I'm in shock. And then the final post, she said here, I don't even know how this happened, but we crossed 4,000 members today. My doors closed tonight. I'm almost scared to see what we have hit in the morning. Y'all, I had 400 members 1 year ago. How crazy is that, right? Now, I'm not just blowing hot air here. This plan works, and it works wonders, especially in the early stages. When you're still setting up shop, the closed marketing plan can be your secret sauce. All right, my friend, I know you're probably anxious to launch your membership into the world, so let's get to it. Next up, I'll lay the groundwork for having your biggest membership launch ever and welcoming more members than you ever dreamed possible. And that's when you'd be going into chapter 30, where we talk about mastering the 5 phases of launch success. My friend, I'm telling you, I'm passionate about this book because I know this book can and will make a huge difference in your business. Because this book is based on nearly 2 decades of experience of me helping literally tens of thousands of business owners launch, grow, and scale a highly profitable membership. And that was just one chapter of over 40 plus short, bite-sized chapters that you will fly through. But in every chapter, it is jam-packed with tactical strategies and tactics and things that will help you launch and grow your membership faster there than you ever dreamed possible. So my recommendation, go get a copy today. And if this is before February 11th, I'll just tell you, you're gonna be able to get a whole bunch of additional bonuses. We'll have the link in the description. If this is on February 11th or after February 11th, good news is there's a ton of goodies right within the book, and you'll see that as well, and we'll post the link where you can go grab a copy of the book. But I'm just telling you, my friend, if you want more predictable and stable income in your business, this is gonna be one of the best investments you make all year. I'll see you soon.